Good evening. If you're a man who's struggling with sluggish digestion, hormonal imbalances, poor sleep, or reduced erectile function, this might be one of the most powerful natural solutions you've never heard of. In fact, when used properly, this simple remedy has produced noticeable benefits in under just 1 week. I've personally seen patients go from feeling drained and dysfunctional to energized and balanced, all by doing one small thing before bed. I'm Dr. Fiona, a board-certified specialist in men's health and integrative medicine. And today I want to talk to you about something ancient yet backed by modern science: topical castor oil therapy, specifically when applied over the liver. Before I begin creating the next series of videos, I need your input. Tell me what you want to learn more about. Are you struggling with getting erections, or do they not last as long as you'd like? Are you dealing with low sex drive, low testosterone, or concerns about your size? This channel is dedicated entirely to your health, so your feedback is essential. Please comment your age, your weight, your country, and the specific topic you want me to make videos on. Your health, confidence, and improvement are my priority, and your responses will guide the content I create for you. Castor oil, derived from the seeds of Ricinus communis, has held a powerful place in traditional healing systems for centuries. What's fascinating is how much of that wisdom is now aligning with evidence from modern clinical and biochemical research. The key compound in castor oil is called ricinoleic acid, a rare type of monounsaturated fatty acid with potent anti-inflammatory, circulation-enhancing, and detox-supporting properties. When applied topically, not ingested, castor oil can impact several body systems in meaningful ways. Many of my male patients report improvements in digestion, sleep, hormonal balance, and yes, even erectile function, all within the first 7 days of consistent nightly use. Let me walk you through how that works. Scientific studies clearly validate castor oil's laxative action when consumed, but when used on the skin, it exerts a localized effect that supports deeper physiological changes. When applied over the abdomen, especially in the region overlying your liver, men consistently report feeling immediate relief from bloating and constipation. These outcomes are attributed not only to better gastrointestinal motility, but also to a reduction in abdominal inflammation. Beyond that, one of ricinoleic acid's most well-documented properties is its ability to modulate prostaglandins, lipid compounds involved in cellular signaling, inflammation, and even vasodilation. This contributes to castor oil's ability to reduce joint pain, enhance circulation, and induce tissue-level healing. But here's where things get even more interesting. When castor oil is applied before sleep, it encourages a shift into the parasympathetic nervous system, our body's rest and digest mode. This is crucial for tissue repair, hormonal regulation, and restorative sleep. Emerging findings suggest that nocturnal detoxification, particularly involving hepatic, liver pathways, is essential for hormonal equilibrium. In traditional Chinese medicine, the liver is said to undergo its most intense detoxification phase between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. Whether or not you subscribe to this ancient framework, modern science agrees that sleep rhythms and liver function are deeply interconnected. Applying a castor oil pack, a piece of layered cotton or wool soaked in organic cold-pressed castor oil directly over the liver, the upper right quadrant under your rib cage, can significantly enhance the body's ability to flush toxins, process hormonal byproducts, and optimize circulation. The result? Greater vitality, clearer skin, improved elimination, deeper sleep, and better sexual health. When this routine is done nightly, usually for a week or more, the changes can be surprising. Here's a day-by-day breakdown of what you might expect. Night 1. As the oil penetrates through the skin and reaches the lymphatic tissues, most men experience a gentle warming sensation in the liver area. Some notice subtle digestive activity, like gas release, light peristalsis, or even an earlier than usual morning bowel movement. Night 2. Bowel regularity often improves. The abdomen feels less tense, bloating reduces, and digestion begins to reset. This is when you start noticing how your gut and brain are interconnected, leading to a calmer nervous system. Night 3. This is often the turning point. sleep becomes deeper, and men frequently report more vivid dreams, fewer nighttime awakenings, and even stronger morning erections. These signals point to improved testosterone rhythms and neurological recovery during REM sleep. Night 4. As systemic inflammation continues lowering, not only do the bowels feel balanced, but the skin starts to improve too. Redness and puffiness reduce, indicating enhanced lymphatic clearance. Night 5. Many men wake up without that groggy, sluggish feeling. Mental clarity increases, brain fog lifts. You start noticing that your body feels lighter. That's because your liver is processing hormones and inflammatory waste more efficiently, freeing up energy for metabolic repair. Night 6. There's now a compounded effect. Men often experience reduced joint soreness, fewer mood swings, and improved recovery after workouts. Libido also often takes an upwards turn. Sexual stamina becomes noticeably better, often without needing to take any additional supplements. Night 7. At this stage, the system has undergone what I call a functional reset. Digestion is smooth, sleep is deeper, skin looks visibly healthier. But perhaps most impactful for many men, erectile function becomes stronger, more consistent, and more responsive. Partners notice. You notice. The physiological effects are real. Now, I know this might sound too simple to be true, just placing castor oil on your skin for 7 nights. But here's what's really happening under the surface. You're lowering inflammatory cytokines that constrict blood vessels. You're improving lymphatic flow, which clears out intercellular debris. You're supporting liver enzymes responsible for processing testosterone and estrogen metabolites. You're calming the sympathetic nervous system, and you're setting up the body's biological environment to favor regeneration, hormonal production, and sexual health. Put simply, erections are vascular events. Without proper blood flow and low inflammation, erectile function can't thrive. Ricinoleic acid improves circulation and improves endothelial flexibility. By supporting liver detoxification and reducing oxidative stress, this practice creates a positive hormonal feedback loop. Add to that the fact that deep sleep fuels natural testosterone production, and you start to see how this one simple practice creates a multi-systemic shift. No shortcuts, no gimmicks, just biology and balance. So how do you do it properly? Start with an organic, cold-pressed castor oil stored in a glass bottle. Never plastic, as plastics may leach chemicals that interfere with the oil's purity. Many brands sell these oils along with castor oil packs, cloth materials specifically designed for safe topical use. Apply roughly 1 to 2 tablespoons of oil directly onto the cloth and place it over the liver area, the upper right side of your abdomen. Wrap it snugly using cling wrap, a bandage, or simply tuck a tight cotton shirt over it. This helps the oil to stay in place and avoid staining sheets. You don't necessarily need a heating pad, but warm compresses may increase absorption slightly. Let the oil sink in for at least 30 minutes before bed, or keep it on overnight for more pronounced results. And remember, consistency is critical. The benefits don't just appear because of one application. They're compounded layer by layer. Think of it as training your body to return to its optimal setting. Now, some common considerations. If you have sensitive skin, start conservatively. Use just 1 teaspoon at first and observe how your body responds. Never apply castor oil to broken or irritated skin. And yes, it can stain, so wear a dedicated sleep shirt or protect your sheets accordingly. You don't have to stop after 7 days. In fact, many of my patients report the most profound benefits around 30 days into this nightly ritual. Traveling can be a challenge, but maintaining this routine at home builds momentum. And that's where lasting transformation begins. For those asking about scientific backing, while there is an abundance of clinical and biochemical studies confirming castor oil's anti-inflammatory, lymphatic, and circulatory benefits, patient-reported outcomes are equally valuable in integrative medicine. Use resources like PubMed.gov to explore terms like castor oil and inflammation, ricinoleic acid and circulation, or topical therapies for hormonal support. To close, if you're seeking better sleep, smoother digestion, stronger libido, and improved erectile performance, all without synthetic drugs or invasive treatments, I encourage you to give this protocol a try. Support your body's natural intelligence. Empower it with the tools to heal, repair, and function as it was designed to. Your health is the foundation of your happiness, your energy, and your confidence. If this message brought you something new, consider subscribing. And I'd love to hear from you. What result do you most want from trying castor oil therapy? Leave it in the comments below. I read every one. Here's to your vitality, your rest, and your recovery. Take care of yourself. Your body is always listening.